Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope everyone is staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against Grey. We're continuing on, painting up the Dread pageants for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Underworlds. Been a lot of fun. So let's get cracking on. You ready to finish the last few bits? If you're here, let us know what you're hobbing on, what you're doing. Love to hear from everyone. Alrighty, so we need some pink horror for some highlights. Find it. Pink horror. So we're just getting some pink horror highlights onto our leather. We've done like a pinky sort of leather. Some parts of the model. We decided to do the tassels as well, the same sort of colour. But what hobby has everyone been happening or getting done past week? Just highlighting all our straps and stuff with some pink. If you're there joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on, what you're doing. Love to hear from everyone. What we've all been up to hobby-wise, but this has been a fun little project to get me going into some Warhammer Underworlds. Once I've done these, I've got the Beastmen and the Lumineth and the Wolf Riders to go. We'll get working on a bunch of Warhammer Underworld stuff. Simon Nightingale, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. I'm breaking back. What are we doing this fine evening, mate? Cooking up some breakfast in Texas. Nice, mate. It is well past dinner time here in Adelaide. I'm making some sweet and sour pork for dinner. It's delicious. Alrighty, so we're pretty much done on that one. And now we've got to start doing all our highlights and stuff on this. So start with a bit of white scar on the skin. We've done like a really light pinky skin, so white scar is our highlight, just bringing the skin back. Very pallid people we're going to have here. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the games, man. Been smashing them out of late. It's getting to a point where we're just getting in that sort of groove for doing them. We should have. I got a couple more recorded up, so we should have some more coming out over next week. Just trying to get some more. So we're doing some more, if this doesn't give it away, painting Warhammer Underworlds, so we'll be doing some Underworlds battle reports as well. We've obviously started doing Warcry, and I had my first game of Middle-earth, so we'll get some more Middle-earth happening on the channel. And then if you notice, there's Space Marines behind us, so we'll get some 40k happening soon as well, so we'll have a good mix of games. Which I think is the most exciting part, just like we're going to play lots of different games. I got my first non-GW game that I need to paint some minis up for. So we've got the Elder Scrolls miniature game I'm really keen to have a crack of. But yeah, really excited for Elder Scrolls miniature game. I'm a big Elder Scrolls fan. Horror is next up. Got a Path to Glory campaign at my local game store, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to take for it. Because I'm doing Stormcast for the one we're working on for the channel. So I don't know whether I want to take like the same sort of army to the store as well, like play the same sort of army. So I might want to do something different, I think. I don't know what I might take. Maybe I'll take Daughters of Cain. Maybe take an army that's just not getting painted at the moment, so it'll sort of spur me on to get it painted up. Yeah, that's my thought, is like do something that's like not on the paint disc at the moment. Not likely to be on the paint disc for a little bit, and I think Daughters of Cain sort of fits that. So that's generally my thought behind like maybe taking Daughters of Cain, or maybe like Character and Overlords, or maybe Lumineth. An army that's not getting painted up at the current point in time. Sky Dwarves? Yeah, that could certainly be fun. I've got like a massive Character and Overlords collection. That's just sitting there unpainted, so maybe that is the answer. I am a bit of an elf man, so like dwarf armies just sort of fall to the wayside for me. So maybe I do need like the spur of like a campaign to get painting my my Caradron. I do have a dwarf army that I want to paint very soon, but that is for Warhammer Fantasy. Pretty keen for Warhammer the Old World, so I've got a couple of old fantasy armies, Wood Elves, an Empire army. I found like a 2,000 point knight army of Empire just laying about in my room, and then some Wood Elves and some Dwarves. So paint up a couple of Warhammer Fantasy armies will be fun. So those dwarves will be on the paint desk sometime soon, because yeah, Warhammer Fantasy Armies will be happening soon. Yanomamo, which one of the Warhammer Orc Warclan subfactions would be great to start with? Either the ones not Bone Splitters. Mainly because you've got a start collecting box, so you can either go grab a Dominion Half, which is a really solid start for a Cruel Boys army, or Iron Jaws. Like, you can't go wrong with that start collecting box, and like a Maw Crusher or something like that. I guess it depends what you want. Like, Iron Jaws are a bit more fighty and a bit more hardy, but Cruel Boys have a lot more tricks. So it depends what you want to sort of do. Are you just getting into the game? If you're just getting into the game, I would certainly say Iron Jaws. And hello, Elden Warden. Nice to see you there, mate. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget, guys, if you are here chatting, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It helps people come find us, especially while we're live. Helps people find the chat and come join and hobby and hang out with us all. Helps more people find the channel too, because if we get to 10k subscribers on the channel, I promise we will do a 10,000 point siege battle report. I'm just going to have a look at something. I'm going to look at a peacock feather. I'm going to try and do some peacock feathers on the end here with his little thing. Yanomamo, no worries, mate. Oh, awesome. Just showed your force of habit, man. No reason other than that. And yeah, it helps getting the yeah, but I'm sure it's been a warm day, so it helps get like the bristles straight. It's better than using a piece of paper towel, otherwise you're getting a shuck and fits. Morning, Hades Death God, hello. Don't forget, everyone, if you're here, drop a like on the video. It helps while we're live for everyone to come join. And yeah, hope everyone is doing well. What did we all think of the Warhammer Underworlds warbands last night as well? They were pretty sweet. It's just more convenient than a piece of paper towel to straighten the bristles. You can do it on like a piece of paper towel. It's just more convenient. GW's paints are non-toxic, so... And, you know, the amount of paint you would have to drink of a toxic paint to actually matter. Yeah. I do go to bed, though, sometimes with random colours that the wife will point out. She'll be like, you have blue on your lip, or you have green on your lip. But yeah, what did everyone think of the Warhammer Underworld stuff last night? I really dig the new warbands. I mean, it's nice seeing him. J. Dorothy, hello. I love the King Egbert model. Anyone who's watched the Vikings TV show, that dude with the Grand Hammer looked exactly like King Egbert of Mercia. Like, you can't unsee that. I think the main Stormcast lady, she needs probably a little head swap. I'll probably find like a nice Sister to Battle head for her. I think we'll see a Cities of Secret one. I don't know. I love the cage on the head. I think it's cool. It's quirky. I like the idea that they're sort of like run thirds. No worries, Simon. Thank you for dropping by, mate. Maybe we will see you later. Yeah, I am definitely interested in Kill Team Elden Warden. Like, I'm going to get into main 40k first, and then we'll definitely be cracking on with some Kill Team. You can see the Marines behind me. They are almost done. So we'll have some 40k on the channel very soon. And once I'm sort of out of a stage of organising my tournament, we've definitely got more money to spend on other things. So the Kill Team rulebook and stuff like that for Kill Team will certainly be next sort of things planned. Money's always an issue. Always the biggest thing. YouTube can be kind and it can be unkind with how much revenue you generate to create stuff on it. So 40k at the moment, I've got Space Marine Force, so I've got Emperor Spear Space Marines done here. I'm going to turn my Dominion half into a Black Templars army. So pretty similar to a Black Templars army. I'll paint up. Then I've got some Eldar and Eldar Harlequins and Necrons are what I've got. I am not a full-time YouTuber, not yet. It doesn't quite generate enough for me to be full-time. So I still work a day job. I just try and put a lot of effort in here so that this is as good as it can be. Maybe one day. Got to get those Patreon and YouTube members subs up first. That'll be the big thing because that's consistent pay. Oh, nice. Yeah. Hades, I was really cool. Like, the bear was really cool. For me, like, the bears in Icon we've heard about before because you've obviously... and then we've had the... because isn't a bear what the Bear Eater has on his iconography? So, which is pretty sweet. Just give me a sec. Yeah, don't forget, if you are a YouTube member watching, you've got access to these little cool things. Yeah, if you're a YouTube member, you've got access to those in the chat, which is pretty cool. Any of our YouTube members watching? It's K-Bear Celestial Lion starting to announce an owl and a boar. Yeah, the owl is really cool, and the boar is as well. Really excited to see where they're going with all of this. The other one we've heard of is we know there's a bull because that's what Tarsus used to have as his like heraldry. It all means certain things like Yeah, I was talking before with with up in chat. For those who hadn't seen, I was chatting with Simon. I've got a Path to Glory campaign coming up at my local game store, and I don't want to do Stormcast for it because I've got Stormcast planned for the Path to Glory for the channel. So I want to do something different. And I was like, well, maybe I'll do an army that's I don't play or paint as much, like one that's just sitting there. So I'm thinking either like one of the armies that's just sitting there to get me painting it, maybe either Lumineth, KO, or my Daughters of Cain, or some Sylvaneth maybe. What do people think on that sort of subject? What do you reckon I should do? Corn, KO, Realm Lords. Right, you're really not helping when everyone says something different. Thanks, guys. I do have a Corn army. That could be another one. Lumina. Jade, I think. Well, that's what we were talking about before. Maybe I will do KO. Like Lumineth, I don't think fall into the I won't do them soon category as much as KO do. Like, because we all know I love elves, so Dwarf army probably needs a little bit more pushing. Yeah, I've got a scheme for KO. I will be doing Barrack Mornar. No. Who are the purple ones? Burgundy ones. Barrack Mornar, that's it. That was the plan scheme for my KO. Maybe I will do KO. Maybe I will do KO. Oh, nice. Chaos Lord. Going to be Lord Celestion Star Drake. That sounds awesome, man. I think that's Shuck and Fitz you're trying to talk to, J Dirty, not Hades. Nice, repainting up those Stormcast to match your current color scheme. Awesome, man. Do have the KO warband, so maybe I'll do the KO warband, paint up the KO warband next for Underworlds, so that I can test out the scheme I want to do for them. Narrative games are fun, man. Yeah, if they do not, I'll go and update it. I mean, to be fair, it works really well for Path to Glory. We'll probably be using it in a Path to Glory campaign. Not our first one. Our first one, we want to make sure we show off like Path to Glory rules as they're written. It's important to not go in with the personalized style first. Actually show off like the core Path to Glory rules. Nice. Yeah, 563 some conversions. 63, same. Hades, that sucks, man. Really does, because you're a Sydney sider, aren't you? I'm pretty sure I've got that right. Yeah. Man, I hope. Well, apparently your state's gonna come out of lockdown. It's just It shouldn't, but you know, we'll just leave that one alone. Yeah. Well, that hopefully your cases are on the downside, so you can get out of there, man. At least, like, hopefully they lift so you can like go out and go for a run or a walk or something like that. I think that was the worst part for me. Like when we went down over here, I had to go into like proper quarantine because my workplace was actually a hotspot. Or at least I work in a cafe that's attached to a shopping center. And then the chemist literally across from my work became a hotspot. So when we had our lockdown here, I had to go into actual quarantine. It wasn't like stay-at-home orders. I was actually in quarantine, which sucked because we couldn't even go out for like a walk around the. You can't even go out for a walk around the block and just that. Yeah, so you can go for a walk like that. 2 weeks, just not even being able to go out for a walk outside with my dog or go to a playground and stay away from other people. Couldn't do any of that. Which was a real like horrible part of that. Yeah, like quarantine was horrible. Lockdown's lockdown. It doesn't really bother me all that much. I can go out, I can go do something. But yeah, the quarantine did suck, but necessary. You say that, but we unfortunately, because my unfortunately I can't drive. I've got nerve damage in one of my knees, so I'm not allowed to drive. My mum had to actually come pick me up from my workplace because I'm like, well, how do I get home from work? I catch a bus to work, and so we actually had my mother staying with us, and she actually slept out in my hobby room. So yeah, I didn't actually get that much hobby done. That sort of sucked because it's like I lost my sort of like my little peaceful place. I mean, it was nice though. I haven't lived with like my mum in like years, so that was like it was nice. Yeah, my back cave. For those who don't know, like the whole hobby room. So where I am is like a corner of then that way is where the bat reps are filmed. Like there's a full 6x4, and then that wall unit you see us record the armies on. So that's like a completely different section. Like my hobby room's probably as big as most GWs. We've got a full 6x4. We've got this whole like corner here. Like my door's just there, enters, and then like, I've got a whole area here. And I've got a 6x4. I've got like a whole wall unit that like houses like 10 armies. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. A little bit of a mess at the moment, but we will show you around the hobby room. So that's the hobby spread that way. And then back around to me in my other room. There's a door. Yeah, that's the dungeon where all the magic happens on Cynical Gaming. Yeah, I am one lucky person. This is like, and then so that door like leads outside. So we've got like our veranda out there, and then like the veranda covers and connects towards the house. So it's a really good like entertainment area out there as well. They're really good. Got my own air conditioner in here as well, which is the most important. And it's like hard concrete floors, so it stays really cool. We've spent summers out here. I remember when we first moved into the house, our air conditioner broke in the main house, and while we're waiting for it to get fixed, we came and slept out here. There's like a family. My kids were only like one and like a couple. 9-inch Dan, hello mate. How are you? But yeah, at the moment, me and the little brother are trying to figure out ways to make the hobby space sort of work a little bit better for us. The name Cinderful Gaming. So originally, I run a lot of the Facebook groups, and I was just like doing news and all that sort of stuff originally through my Facebook page, and I'm like, the initial thought was like, oh, I like the idea. Like, I like the idea of the Hammer Hall Herald that GW were putting out. I'm like, well, I want to do something. I like the idea of like the newspaper when you're doing news, and so I looked for a place in the Mortal Realms, and that ended up being Cinderfall. I found the name in the Warhammer Quest Shadows over Hammerhall. In the location you actually play is called the Cinderfall District, and that is literally where it's from. So yeah, the place you play in Shadows over Hammerhall, the second Warhammer Quest for Age of Sigmar, is cool. You play in the Cinderfall District, and that's where the name came from. Just check up our Warhammer community, make sure they've posted nothing else from Gen Con. We're waiting on a Warcry update, which I am really keen on from Gen Con. Okay. Well, so there's nothing like that, but there's some new Space Marine figures. You've got the Incursors and Infiltrators have new Space Marine Primaris figures. I'm really tempted to get some of the Space Marine figures to jazz up the room. I think they look sweet. I'm really excited for the Warcry update. Sam Pearson on Twitter alluded to something big. For Warcry, so I'm really keen to see what we're going to get for that. Yeah, I'd be really keen. Well, speaking of gladiators, imagine if it is a gladiatorium. Like, let's look at the actual Sigmar's gladiatorium. I mean, the rules for existing models is cool. Like, I get wanting to use your actual models in it. But I think the primary, like, Warcry for me is all about those warbands. I think the best Warcry games we play on the channel are the ones when I've played with, like, Untamed Beasts. You can paint them however you want, Yanomamo. Like, there's no rules on how your models have to be painted. 40k can be a little bit stricter than Age of Sigmar, but in Age of Sigmar, people don't care. Like, yeah, paint them they're your models, dude. Paint them however you want. If someone wants to say something, you tell them, if you want to paint my model for me and paint it like the box art, you can do so yourself, as long as you can do a better job than me. Yeah, I'd like to see like some cool Stormcast warband. I mean, the novel for Warcry, Catacombs: Blood of the Everchosen, fantastic novel, by the way. If you have not read or listened to that by Richard Strachan, probably the best Age of Sigmar novel of last year or the year before. Yeah, last year. Best novel of last year was Warcry Catacombs. Blood of the Everchosen was absolutely amazing. One of the best standalone novels I've ever read from Games Workshop. Yeah, like tournament setting, you might get told. I think a big thing with like the 40k and like painting stuff as the color is that it's associated much more. Like, and everything's Marines. Like, it's much easier to tell what Marathi is, regardless of what color Marathi is, when Space Marine Captain, who looks like any other Space Marine Captain, is painted up in the colors in blue, but he's actually a Blood Angel model. I get the want to not do that in 40k because everything is Space Marines. It's much harder to tell those models apart. I get that in 40k. And I think that's fair in reasoning, like with that. But yeah, so You guys got me thinking about KO now. Maybe we won't do that colour there because I'm going to have the belt. Oh, that's a cool. Speaking of Jacob Bergsmanson, I've got him. That's. Maybe I will need to paint him up as my admiral. I mean, who cares? Like, he's a cool model. I mean, that's like a lot of the night questers. I've got all the different night questers. Drink driving the frigate. Yeah. Yep. That sounds great. Yeah, I don't think that everything needs to have a model. Like, I like that he's just a Warcry model. I don't think everything in Warcry needs to have Age of Sigmar rules. I mean, and it's like, why do all the warbands as well need Age of Sigmar rules? Like for Underworlds, I don't think these models need rules at all. Just make them for Underworlds. Like, make the game stand on its own. Age of Sigmar doesn't need the Underworlds warbands in it. I know it's but it's like people complain, I guess, when their rules aren't good. It's like, well, they don't need to be. They have their own game that they're supposed to be part of. But I like that they're not. I think they hit the right part of their rules where they're cool, but they're not. None of them are game breaking. Oof. I mean, that's solid. The problem with the Iron Skulls boys is they don't have, like, yeah, they will die really easy. Like, they've got no, like, 6-star ward's cool, but they're going to die real quick. They're just hard boys. Yeah, they'll do some decent output. They will die real quick, though. Yeah, but it's like, it's the amount of wins they got. It's like, they might have a 4-up save, but they will die real quick. They're like 4 models are only like 8 wounds. Yeah, they'll have a use. I mean, any of those warbands have a use to waste with Unleash Hell. Speaking of Iron Skulls, I've got them to paint up soon as well. This is just a really cool model, this dude. Oh yeah, they are still good, man. Without a doubt. Underworld's models are the best. Like, I put up the thing on Twitter. I completely agree. Underworlds are the best miniatures in any war game anywhere. Like, if you put, I would put Underworld's entire range up against any other entire range and find me a more consistently high quality of miniatures anywhere. I don't think it exists. There's nothing more consistently high quality than Underworlds. Yeah, like I don't think anyone could ever prove me wrong with it. Like, Underworlds has the best miniatures as a whole game. Just try. Like, period. There's no question about it. Half the reason I want to play it is because I want to, like, force myself to paint these awesome miniatures I got. Like Krabnos, yeah, Krabnos is one great example, but then we've got like other, like, Green Rouge Gaming, hello, mate. Yeah, Bone Reapers one of my mates has just painted up the Bone Reapers Canaan Reavers, and they look amazing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I've got most of them. I picked up a ton of old ones. So I think from the first season, I'm just missing Skaven, the Vanguard Hunters, and the Blood Warriors. Second season, I think I got the entire season, and then I've got to pick up some from the season before this one disappears. So I'll likely go order them and get them in before they disappear. So Jade Earthy, the thing with Underworlds is you don't need to go grab the old ones. So with Underworlds, it's a living game, so you only ever need the previous season to the one out. So you could start easily. A great place to start is a brand new season. Don't worry about going and getting the older ones. Just start with this season and start collecting this one. There's 8 boxes per season, so what is that? They're about $50 a box, 55 Australian. So you're spending there's 8, so $400 a year to keep up with this. If you buy every box, you get all the cards, you get all the warbands, and then by the time you've got to this season, you'll have that season, so you start next season at a better point as well. But you can always play with your older warbands as well in the game. There's nothing ever stopping anyone ever playing with an older warband. You just can't use the generic cards from seasons previous. So you can always use any warbands. Yeah, the models then, you can always go back and get the models. Like, there's a ton of them available. They're all available still. None of the models go out of print. No worries, Shuck and Fitz. Have a good morning, mate. Enjoy your day. Tim, hello, mate. No worries. Glad you can join in, mate. Quick reminder for anyone watching, if you haven't already, go and smash that like button. It helps other people find us while we're live. More people that find it, and more people come and join us live and hang out with us. Yeah, like, and there's so many people I know that do that, JDO, that just use Underworlds as a way to paint models, like, and learn. And anything Big Mario going to say? I think Big Mario will be like solid still. I think there's definitely some options in that book for Big Mario. Be interesting. Yeah, I think Big Wah has got some definite play in it. We're saying I'm not as knowledgeable yet on Big Wah as I am with the Stormcast currently. I've been playing a lot more games with Stormcast. I have like a proper Stormcast army. I only have a Cruel Boys army for. Let's have a quick check and see whether there's anything on Warhammer Community. Yeah, nothing yet up on Warhammer Com. Alrighty, well, let's get some washes applied. Oh, nice. Awesome, Tim. Hope you enjoy it, man. We've got a couple up. There should be one where he plays against my Pirates as well on the channel if you haven't seen that one already. Now we're just starting to apply the washes to this dude. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the bat reps, man. And if you enjoy the bat reps, anyone else watching out there, you should definitely hit the subscribe and go like those videos because it helps people find the channel. Sounds pretty solid, J Dirty, to me. Sounds really solid, man. I'm keen to give him a bit of a try. I need to go pick him up. He's one of the ones I haven't picked up, but he's this season, so he's not too much of a rush. I do want to try I've got to pick up some more Cruel Boys because 2,000 points of Cruel Boys from Dominion has now turned into like 1,600 points of Cruel Boys because there were so many drops in the army. So I've got to go pick up like another Shaman and some more Bolt Boys. My army. Yeah, I'm probably not going to go that list. I think the first list I'll do is I'll probably do the Bolt Boy list with big yellers. I probably want to get that and do like the 2x9 and 1x6 Bolt Boys with a couple of kill bows and shamans near them and try like a shooting list. That'll be fun. There's some changes, man, to Stormcast, without a doubt. However, guys, I'm going to call it here for a night because it's about midnight. But I want to thank everyone for coming, hobbying out, and chatting with me tonight. It's been fun. Don't forget, if you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to, go join YouTube members so you can get all the cool little emojis and also help the channel grow. But thank you all, everyone, for staying around, hanging out. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the great. Ciao for now.